Again, emphasize here our culture in terms of Kimball International and the various business segments when it comes to quality, reliability, speed, and ethical behavior. So good pitch in terms of Kimball culture. Always want to talk about our financial stability. This is as of the end of our last fiscal year, fiscal year 10, which ended in June. So you guys saw the September earnings release. Again, point out the fact that a healthy financial company making net income and with a strong balance sheet, no debt, and cash in the bank. So feel safe, secure doing business with Kimball. Talk a little bit in detail in terms of the various segments. A lot of people, when we talk about Kimball, don't even realize that more than half of our company is electronic subcontract manufacturing. So give some history on that in terms of how that was begun with our electronic organs back in 1961 and 63, taking that out to the market to do subcontract manufacturing. And again, today it accounts for more than half our total revenues. Jim mentioned this morning that they go to market in 4 segments: automotive, industrial, medical, and public safety. I'd like to give some examples. Anything in the automotive, man-alive brakes, the key fobs. Jim mentioned medical, I'm trying to think of electronics. Kimball Office, first desk in 1970. Introduced a couple of concepts of in-stock inventory, quick shipment, and again, servicing the customer, being very responsive. Again, our high-end offering when it comes to office furniture and some of the signature orders that we have taken in the Kimball office space. National mid-market, established 1980. Tagline of furniture with personality. And again, we have customers here in Jasper. Obviously, they see the hospitality showroom, but then they get to see the Kimball office in the national showroom as well, and get to see our office furniture offering. It's amazing to me too. I can't remember a single tour when we've not had a designer here that wants to spend time in the office furniture showrooms. One, they'd like to, they want to see the latest in designs, and I've heard many comments where that inspires them for how they can apply that to the hospitality marketplace. So we tend to spend 30, 45 minutes looking at office furniture when we bring clients here to do the tour. Okay, then we talk about our segment, Kimball Hospitality. In fact, that we've been into business since 1985, bringing, using our tagline, distinctive furniture solutions to life. Again, the enhancements that we've done to this is now we can have seating there along with case goods. And the fact that we've done, hundreds of thousands of rooms throughout the world in the hospitality market. Okay, then we get into, after the history of Kimball and setting the groundwork with the customers, tell them that we have refined ourselves into defining our package value, or what we bring, what separates us from the competition, and what we believe they are willing to pay for us and get a value or return on investment for what they do with Kimball. We've broken it out into 7 categories: project management, product development, order fulfillment, supply chain, quality, logistics, and service. And then we take them into a little bit more detail on each of those. So we start with product development, and here we talk about our legacy and our history being in the business since 1985. No one better at developing product than Kimball Hospitality, understanding the designer's intent, understanding the form, fit, and functionality of the furniture in the guest room, bringing that to life through the reiterative process of when the designer has their inspiration. We can take that inspiration, we can move it into the sketches, the design, the 2-dimensional shop drawing, From there, we do color renderings. We've got powerful capability in terms of doing full room renderings. We get carpet swatches, wall covering swatches. We can do really great room renderings. Obviously, we like to do physical samples. We feel like with Kimball Hospitality doing the samples here in the U.S., where the design community is, the same time zone, same native language, working hand in hand in that back and forth process. We think that benefits us versus some of our competition who does a sample in their overseas manufacturing facility and ships it over. So again, pride ourselves very much in the whole product development, that design collaboration, bringing that furniture solution to life with our legacy and history of being in the furniture business for as long as we have. We also talk about, under product development, our interior design support. We've had Deidre on board for several years now after a long career with Marriott. Again, adding credibility to us being able to communicate with the design community and interpret their vision, their inspiration, and actually get into a physical piece of furniture. So we're glad to have Deidre on board to provide that connection and link for us. Also under product development.
Hey Bob, you back up. Mike, if you look, go back to that one picture. Mike, if you look at that shot in the old version of this, very different looking shot. So just again, the subtle things that you're pushing for that we're trying to move towards. Looks a bit more design oriented. That shot is probably what we would have had out there the last time we reviewed our package of that.
Okay, again on product development, design engineering. So we have kept in-house our staff of design engineers. These guys use the latest in AutoCAD technology to interpret the design, the sketch from the designer into a full shop drawing. You can see there, we've got case goods on the bottom, seating on top. Use those drawings as a record of reference. As you guys know, we always want to have those drawings signed off on because that becomes the record of reference, literally the contract between us and the customer in terms of building what they're expecting, and they get what they have signed off on. From that then, we take it on to manufacturing engineering. And again, we have kept that in-house. We've got 300 plus years of experience when it comes to manufacturing engineering. And this is Greg Clark's team. You'll see them on the tour today. They use the latest technology when it comes to three-dimensional. So you'll be able to see how they take that two-dimensional shop drawing and they'll turn it into all the subcomponents, all the pieces that make up the case good and how it's assembled. So we use our know-how, being in the business since 1985, in terms of how this product needs to be built. Manufacturing, engineering-wise, we do not outsource that. We have kept that internal to Kimball.
And from an upholstery standpoint, when you guys go to Martinsville, you can see Billy, who reports to Merrill, that in my mind, and it's still a little bit different, but in my mind, it's kind of similar to the Brian Bruner role. And you'll also see Larry, that's kind of similar to Greg Clark there. Reports to Scott, but Merrill and Scott having them together, collaborating on stuff. So again, you'll see that same kind of resource sitting in the center of upholstery and marked over here.
Again, we feel like this gives our customer the assurance that the product's going to be built like we want to build, like obviously they want to build. When it goes to mass production or subcontract manufacturers. Also under product development, value engineering. Again, we think that we can use our history, our legacy of knowledge in the business to get the best value and return on investment for the customer. Looking at various construction options, again, meeting their design intent, but doing it at a value. We've got a staff of manufacturing engineers that can look at the product when it comes to budget, give various options, various choices. I think we talked about one this morning in the customer success examples where we went down, looked, gave various suggestions, different ways to do it in terms of value engineering options. Also, under product development, value sourcing. Again, we've got a supply partnership with material suppliers around the globe. We've got sourcing here in Jasper, sourcing in Martinsville. Someone asked about, where we get our frames at. We get our frames where we get the best value from North Carolina, Eastern Europe. So again, the power and the value that we bring in terms of global sourcing, from frames to acrylics, to stone, to hardware, to the poles, we believe we can bring value to the customer in that area. Also, under product development case goods, we maintain the facility here in Jasper, or 16th Street, where we talk about being able to do samples. We can also do small quantity production runs and fill in orders. When we build samples for the customer, which is actually even better than the drawings, when they sign off on the drawings and the paper documents, the record of reference, if we actually build samples, they're signing off physically on the sample. So there is no more doubt in terms of how, the product is expected to be built and how we deliver it. A lot of times we'll build a second set of samples. One set goes to the customer, the model room will send a second set to Asia. Again, so there is no doubt in terms of how these samples need to be built. Upholstered seating with our new Martinsville facility, where we can develop and produce samples. Also there, we go into domestic seating production. I think someone mentioned over 1,000 years of experience already, hired, employed, and up and running in Martinsville, building seating furniture for several generations. We've got grandkids whose grandfathers, grandparents made seating in the Virginia area. Color development, which you'll see today on the tour. We've got a color development studio in Jasper at 16th Street, where we work with the leading finish suppliers. We match the finish the designer has. In addition to signing off on drawings, you guys all know we have them sign off on the finish panels. We take that formula to our factories, where we replicate the recipe, the formula, so that the customer can be assured that when we go to mass production, each piece of furniture, the color is going to match to that panel that they signed off on and the finished colors that they're looking for.
You guys use this a lot. I think it is a distinguishing difference. We know a lot of competition. Most people do not. They outsource this. In fact, I don't know of any competitor that has this inside. If you look at that color development studio, the people you'll see in the back area when they cruise through Jasper today, that's why when you guys have, what do we do, Chad? 25, 30 new colors every month. That's what Jasper's constantly working on. Think about that level of activity, 25, 30 new colors every single month. And what other people have to do is they've got to go to the Axos, the Valspar, Sherwin-Williams. Your team actually has those color people on staff. And that's one reason you guys get panels back. And we go through a process with Asia. We create a panel, we cross-match with Asia, we share formulations, we deal with global finishing suppliers. Sounds small, it's actually a big deal.
Also gives us the ability to move product in different factories for the longer term to maintain fast.
One of the things too, if you look up at the top there, you'll see some gold leaf champagne, the finish on the ash burl. Those are our finishes. One of the feedback that we had in the past, again, that the brand council is going to address. Let's get some of these, panache, high-end finishes out in the design community, so they truly can understand and see our capability like we know we have. So that's something the brand council is going to be working on. John Anthony's given us some great input, some design, or some ideas to designers in terms of being able to show them our finished capability. The test lab, again, big differentiator for us. I'm not aware of any of our competitors having the test lab capability that we do. Again, we get to share it with our furniture segment, sister divisions, where we can test. Again, you'll see the picture there, testing the Marriott swivel desk, the swivel mechanism, the caster, and the wear and tear on the carpet. Obviously seating there, and the drop test. So we can test anything from the material to the parts to the pencil strength, construction, finish adhesion. It is independently certified. So I think earlier we made reference to our competition with the full service MHR chip, bringing it into our lab, which is independently certified. It's operated by Kimball, but independently certified, so it will give an independent test result, so we can even test competitors' products there. And we've had several competitors' products come in here to be tested. I guess JLF didn't send us one, but Paul, I know a couple of your accounts, we've sent product in. Johnny, I think one of yours, we had something tested for Noble, and we didn't manufacture, so we've been able to use that, again, to separate ourselves and differentiate us. Also, our test lab, they're connected with Underwriters Laboratories. So with all the electric that we're doing now in the guest room, the headboards, the nightstands, we also have the ability to do a lot of that testing right here in Jasper. One, that decreases the cycle time to get the test completed. One of our people in the test lab actually sit on the board and makes up the standards. So very well connected. You'll see on the tour today, typical hotel frame wall construction, where we can test for hangability, the headboard, supporting the weight. You'll see, also they'll talk to you about the flame spread, the smoke spread testing that we're able to do here. Again, shortening the cycle time and getting things UL approved.
That test lab did a great job for us on the Hilton Garden Inn program. Remember how that one chair kept damaging the desk and no one could figure it out? And we just shipped the chair back, and they just tested it and solved the problem. Got a custom bumper around it now, so that was really nice.
So pretty powerful. So we're very fortunate to have that. Again, separates us from the competition. I know of no one else that has that. We also have one of our supply partners in Asia, Woodward, who has a test lab now in their facility, both in China and Vietnam. So when we take customers on tours at our Asian factories, we can walk through there and they can see on-site our testing capability as well. And to give you an example, like when we manufacture, we'll run down the line panels mixed in between the case pieces. Those panels are pulled off per our quality management system. They're fusion tested, water tested, so that we know as products being produced right online, that finish is spot on. So fortunate to have the test lab capability over there as well. Okay, next package value we think separates us is project management. Again, talk about Kimball people, process, and tools. Our project managers, head and shoulders above anybody out there in the industry. We dedicate a project manager to each project. That person has full end-to-end accountability for the success of that project. Again, talk about, in terms of companies, how broad and how deep we go in touching our customers. Everyone within Kimball Hospitality is a salesperson. All the way from, Greg Jordan service techs out there, which I've heard many of you make reference to that before, to our project managers like Walter Rice's and Kyle's of the world. So our guys are trained in the latest tools, making sure the project, the milestones, the toll gates are met. Our guys are also great table pounders. So if something gets off track, they'll pound the table for us so that things can get elevated to management. Management can intervene quickly. They'll also make sure that they're keeping the customers on track. So We feel by having these dedicated project managers, our customers can be assured of successful execution of their project. Order fulfillment. These are our order processors. Again, we assign a dedicated account manager to each customer order. So when the order comes in, it gets assigned to a Gail, to an Amy. These people then take end-to-end accountability, providing proactive order status communication. So they'll proactively let the customer know every step of the way where their order is. I feel like the attention and the detail and the service we give from an order processing account management perspective separates us. And we hear a lot of feedback from our clients in terms of customers, in terms of, Kimball, sometimes, you guys are great. You guys let us know where things are. We send orders to your competition, and we don't even know if they got them. So we spent a lot of energy and time in making sure that is resourced correctly from a tool process tool perspective. Supply chain. Internally, we have manufacturing facilities here in Jasper as well as Martinsville. Talked about the fact that we use them for samples, but also small quantity. So short lead time, small quantity fill-in orders. We're able to capitalize on Jasper. Of course, we use Martinsville for mass production when it comes to upholstered seating. We also have high-end capability here in Jasper. With our skilled craftsmen that have been with us 25, 30 years, we can build high-end suite type product in Jasper. Externally, we have partnered, as you guys know, with several exclusive factories in Asia. They will build residential furniture, brothers, but they will only build hospitality for Kimball. We think that's real important for us because we do a lot of information, intellectual property sharing. So our staff over there, Mark and his team, as well as U.S. support side, and the trips that we've made over there, we've passed on a lot of knowledge. So we want to make sure that we can capitalize on the knowledge there that we're sharing in terms of know-how when it comes to hospitality furniture. The other thing we do with our external supply chain that I like to pitch to the customers is why we have elected to outsource the actual manufacturing, the sawing, the hammering, the gluing, and the finish. Those partners will supply the building, the equipment, the direct labor, but our guys are there supervising every step. So you've got a Kimball supervisor there managing the machine process, managing the assembly process, managing the sanding process. So not a stick of Kimball furniture is being produced without us there ensuring that it's done the Kimball way. We do that with our DRO office. Mark, our general manager, and his team of 45 plus Kimball employees in Asia. We are located in southern China, the Dongguan area. That's a shot of our Kimball office over there. We also have a showroom, so when customers visit us in China, they can see our office, also see a showroom with our products. Obviously, we have all the functions that are necessary to manage an external outsourced supply base like we have. So in addition to the general manager, we've got project managers, we've got manufacturing engineers that work with our guys this way to make sure the factories build it. More fully elaborate from a technical perspective. We've got a full quality management system from quality process people all the way down to final inspectors. We've got logistics. So Tony, half of his team resides in Asia, sending the product. Half his team here logistically receiving it, managing it. Warehouse, which we'll talk about over there, and then all the support functions from human resources, finance, accounting, and IT systems. The other good thing is with the power of Kimball International and our global infrastructure, talked about on that first page, we've got locations around the world. We can leverage things like the IT infrastructure. So we've got an electronics facility also in China. So we can collaborate and leverage our global footprint infrastructure so that we don't have to do something separate than our electronics. We can take advantage of that synergy and the economy of scale, which ultimately benefits us to benefit our customers. Quality. Again, I think this separates us from the competition. We engage a very robust quality management system. Mark has a manager of quality over there who is responsible for the quality process. Again, from the incoming, how material was ordered, to meet Kimball standards, something as simple as checking it, sticking it with a meter to check the moisture content. If it's not the right moisture, it's not going to be used in a Kimball product. Looking at maintenance of machines. Are they being maintained to hold the tolerances that we need for the minor joints? The people that are on the line actually doing the machining. Is the work being done according to our quality standards? Again, at the end of the day, we do perform 100% inspection. So each piece of our product gets an inspected by number on it. So that when it goes in the box, our customers are reassured they're getting a quality product. Logistics, very powerful. Logistics-wise, you guys know that we import anywhere from 200 to 350 containers per month. We have a very extensive freight forwarding network where we can move products from Asia to ports here in the U.S. Where we can also then transport it via rail, via truck. We can coordinate time deliveries. We can fix product to the install schedule. So powerful logistics service that we can provide at competitive rates based on our worldwide Kimball International volume. So just not hospitality, but our other business units as well. In terms of warehousing, we have 4 warehouses now. We've got one in southern China, right next to our main factories, close to the port. We have one in California to service the West Coast. We have one here in Jasper at 16th Street, and then we also have warehousing capability now in Martinsville, Virginia. So we've got the gamut covered. Obviously, the best value is in our China warehouse. They are all climate controlled, so you can be assured that the furniture, if it's being warehoused over any period of time, there's not going to be an issue with the climate. We've got the locations to help us do, obviously, storage for a customer, but also staging, mixing a product. Again, we do it in those 4 locations at our warehousing. Through our freight forwarding network, we can also provide warehousing literally anywhere in the country. So there's been many projects where we've done local warehousing on site. We've made the arrangements. We've managed that process for our customers. Service, Greg Jordan's, techs. Out of there, we've got, I think, 25 of these guys that will do anything from model room setup in Biloxi. When we have the samples out there, they'll do installation assistance. That's key. With the furniture becoming more complex in terms of how it goes together, how it fits in the room, we'll send our guys on site with the installer for the first couple of days, show them how it goes together. Customers love it when we do that. Obviously, the installer likes it. We like it because we know there's not going to be a top quality product. They know how it goes together and goes in the room. Also, in the unlikely event that we would have a warranty issue, we've got the resources to take care of it. And that, in a nutshell, is our package of that. Any questions on that?